What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Isaiah Bagnah of the Realist. Today, we got a special guest, Marque Collins, man. Appreciate you
Sir.
being here, bro.
Thank you.
Like you said it before the episode. This is your first episode. This is the first podcast you've ever been on.
First podcast.
Well, hey, man,
That's the
we're
one.
lucky to have you, man. Yes, sir.
Let's do
It's
it.
an honor to be your first, man.
Let's do
So let's get into the episode. Man. First things first, though. Shout out Chubbies and Orm. Appreciate them for always supporting us and getting us right and making this all happen. So appreciate them. If you're in town, like I said, always go tap in with them. They got the best food and best people, and they just do everything right, man. They do things right. So make sure to check them out. So yeah, man, let's get through this podcast, bro. Heisman. The Heisman has just been chosen. Well, yesterday, right?
Yeah, it's over the weekend.
Over the weekend, whatever. And what y'all think?
Was it? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I initially I wanted Ashton to win it just because we got ties. I played at Boise State with him, and so we kind of have ties. But like, man, when you're top 10 in two different positions in the country, that's kind of hard to beat.
It's hard.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to beat.
Yeah, and people say like Travis won't be able to, or nobody will ever be able to do what Travis is doing, and I agree. But I think he's definitely opened up doors for others to go and do what he's doing right now.
Absolutely.
I think people will be able to do what he's doing, and I'm saying that in a good way.
Yeah, for sure.
He's opening doors because people like myself, I play receiver my whole life. Now I'm a corner. I still feel like I can play. Maybe it might not be true or whatnot,
Right.
but let's say I could. We would never know because we get to college and, corners are corners, receivers are receivers.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely doing something to open up doors.
Absolutely.
For everybody.
And the only problem that I have with it, bro, is that because I know there's a lot of dudes out there, a lot of athletes, who can play both ways. In fact, honestly, if it was more of a common thing, I guarantee there's probably 100 different dudes who could have done what Travis just did.
And that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, right?
That's how I feel
You know what I'm saying?
But we just don't get the chance to. And I think Dion did a great job of seeing that. He could play both ways. There's no reason to keep him on, one side. I think doing that, it's going to be some more people. I can almost guarantee it's going to be maybe not to the caliber he's doing it.
Sure.
But for sure, we're going to be having both sides.
So, speaking of that, too, just a little side note, didn't Utah have someone who played both sides, over the past few years? Jake, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, last season, Sione Vaki played safety and running back for them.
I feel like every year they have someone who plays both ways.
They had Micah Bernard also in the bowl game had to play corner. But that was an emergency. That was
really?
Yeah, he did. I mean, he got cooked a few times, but he actually played okay for not being a corner.
That's crazy.
Well, dang, man. Yeah, it's something that's just not common. Yeah. But, the average 103 reps, 100 reps a game, hey, that's a lot, man.
You can't knock it at all.
You can't.
It's and that's another thing that people don't understand. I think, like we said, there's going to be people, who's able to do it now. Doors is open.
Mm-hmm.
But to play that many plays is another story.
X.
At that level, it's another story. Nobody does that.
Exactly. And against the competition he's doing against.
And the way he's doing it, you got to give him credit. He's doing it how, if you're going to be the first one to do it, he's doing it how you're supposed to.
Facts.
Sure.
And so actually going on this topic, man, a lot of people said the reason for why Travis won it was the difference in competition level he's playing at. Ashton's in the Mountain West, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, he still played Oregon, whatever. But, Travis was playing the Big 12, you know what I'm saying, whatever, right? That's what from what I've seen and what I've heard, that's their main argument. Coming from, because I played in the Mountain West, too. So I played at a different level, you know what I'm saying? Just, obviously P4 is different than, but, because we know that you transferred from Weber State.
Yeah.
And, you've been able to see, two different conferences, essentially.
Calibers, right?
Two
different calibers.
And, I understand that there's still dogs wherever. You know what I'm saying? Football, you know what I'm saying? Football is football. Everybody has their own journey. However, though, there is a difference in certain conferences, the certain individuals you go up against, you know what I'm saying? What do you think, and how do you go, what's your perspective on that? the aspect of, you know, just the difference of like playing in the Big 12, whether or, you know, playing at the FCS level. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shoot. So
what's your take on that?
The difference for me, I'm gonna really speak on like my position, skill. I would say skill positions in general. There's no difference at all.
See, that's one thing I was gonna say. Sorry, I'll cut you off. But positions are different, man.
Yeah.
Right? The alignment is totally different at that level. But like skills, man, I remember when I was at Boise State, hey, the receivers that we had, DBs that we had were nasty.
They can go and play
I'm talking,
anywhere.
they was nasty. But sorry, anyways, continue.
Yeah, I just think honestly the difference is names, how like things get amplified. Like one simple play, bro. Like if you make that in the Big 12, rather than making that at Weaver State, it makes a difference.
100%.
Like, I think for skill positions and like, really, I would just speak on skill positions like the back end, DBs, receivers.
Yep.
There's no difference at all, bro.
None, huh?
None at all. And I think what I've noticed, just from what I noticed, like FCS is just everybody you play. They might not be the best, but they got something to prove, I think. And that's kind of what I noticed as well. It's kind of like, I don't want to say like everybody think they got it made it up here. That's not what it is.
No, absolutely.
But you can tell like every single play, like this is me. Like whether I was, you know, big school, small school, this is how I play. And I think we got more of that, or I noticed more of that FCS rather than FBS.
Okay.
That's probably what I would say the only difference in, like, play.
Okay.
Nothing, it's all the same, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, huh? Nah, because I was thinking, because I think that's going to help a lot, especially to listeners, you know, people who don't truly understand that, because, like, you know, for Travis to be at the level that he's playing at in two different positions, you know what I'm saying, the skill position, like, it kind of just takes that whole argument, essentially, and kind of just like, well, you know, because obviously I'm not out there, I'm not playing DB, you know what I'm saying? However, though, when it comes down to, like, you know, the size-wise, you know, there's still, like, you'll find here and there some big dudes, but, like I against the linemen and, well, the old line that I've played against this year are completely different than the linemen that I've played in the Mountain West. Just completely. You know what I'm saying? Like, Baylor, I remember their right tackle was, like, what, 6'9", 6'10", and 350?
Baylor, you know, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not finding that in the Mountain West, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean they're better, but they're
sure.
bigger, though.
And that's what I spoke only on DBs and receivers. Like, when I do look in the inside, interior, D linemen and old tackles and guards, that's a whole different story.
It's a whole different story, huh?
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not in there, so I can't really speak on that.
Right, absolutely.
But looking at it, it's definitely different.
Right, especially from the outside, huh?
Yeah.
And it's crazy, bro, because I also think, too, because at Boise State, I played at, like, 215, 212. And, you know, I had some production, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I was great, but, like, you know, I did my stuff, you know what I'm saying? That wouldn't fly here. Me playing defensive end at 212, 215, this is not going to fly.
I see, yeah.
Right? And so, like, in those regards, too, man, it's different in just its own way, if that makes sense. No. But shoot, man, Ashton, man, I still think he could have won it for sure. Like I said, he was my favorite pick. I don't know about you guys. What do y'all think, man?
Dude, I would have picked Ashton. I think my mic's off.
Your mic's off.
Oh, I was gonna say I would have picked Ashton just because I felt like they shut him down a little bit. You feel like they were saving him for the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
I think they were.
Yeah.
Yep.
They started to have a long run
because he was on track the first half to, like, and he could have done it, like, really, like, beat that record faster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if they let him go, if they just let him keep going, giving him that 35 carries a game.
But I was just going to say, bro, but you get 35 carries a game, your body's going to take a toll. I don't care really who you are, bro.
That's true, but
especially when they load the box.
Yeah, everyone knows what they're gonna do. Yeah,
but that's why I think he should get it even more sometimes. I don't think he's wrong. Like, I don't think if Travis got it, I think that's the right choice. If Genty got it, I think that's the right choice.
Right. You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. But the fact that we know Genty's running the ball 35 times a night, He's still gonna get 200, and he might have 3 touchdowns.
Literally, whatever you try to do, can't do.
It's kind of like,
dude, the playoffs are gonna be sweet. Like we're gonna see him. Like they're not gonna shut him down in the playoffs. Like they're they're
letting it fly.
Yeah, and
they're gonna let it fly.
Everything's on the line.
Yeah,
you got to.
You have to, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I assume in his mind he's thinking the same thing. Like, man, I don't care. I mean, shoot, that's how I would go about it. I don't care what's hurt, man. I'm going out there and doing my thing, man, for real.
Although I think it's kind of cool for Cougar fans and for you two, like that Travis did win the Heisman. Because
I was just about to get to that.
Yeah,
I was just about to get to that.
Like that gives a little bit more cachet to that bowl game.
Man, like it was already, regardless that. First of all, I don't like to get too wrapped up in like the whole hoorah, like the whole exterior noise of like certain games. I don't like to do that. However, though, just speaking facts, this game is huge. You know what I'm saying? This is a big game, and a lot of eyes are already gonna be on it. Now that he got the Heisman, we playing the Heisman. Man, now everybody for real finna watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited because, like, that just, it makes it so much better for, us as a defense, specifically, us as a team. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But us as a defense, because, bro, like, this whole season we did so good. And now, like, after those 2 games, like, people want to kind of, like, these guys are just, it was a fluke, whatever. Hell no, it's not a fluke, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now we get to show it in front of the whole world. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's a big blessing. Like the game is a big game, but like you said, all eyes on us against the Heisman. They got a great quarterback. Probably first
quarterback gone.
First quarterback gone, but you got a receiver / DB who's probably gone either right before him or right after him.
Like, one or the other. Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a blessing. For guys like me who trying to pave guys like you, trying to pave a way. Like, this is the game to do it, and for it to be our last game. Bowl game, like they don't get it on better.
Hey, finish on the top, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. I'm excited for that, man. San Antonio got the Heisman, man. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be smooth, man. So, we've been looking over, Colorado over the past couple weeks. Doing our scout, getting a feel for just how they are as an offense and. With this much time, man, you kind of get to, like, you kind of know them so well that it's kind of, like, just repetitive. Everything's repetitive. And obviously, that practice makes perfect, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need those reps. But it's kind of like in fall camp, right? Like, when you know who you're going to play the first game and it's just stressed every day of practice. Like, we're going to take it to, for example, Southern Illinois. Like, we knew Southern Illinois like the back of our hand.
But, like, 3rd week.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like... Man, because that's just how it is. Yeah. And especially, like, our coaches do a pretty good job of, like, doing the scout thing and helping us out with that stuff. And, for me personally, like, I have my plan of how I'm going to go about certain things, you know what I'm saying, how I'm going to affect the quarterback. If they do plan on running the ball, how am I going to, attack that, which is, not very likely. But just regardless, and plus they're not really that, from my scouting, from what I've seen over the season, they're not that tricky. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much rely on their talent, man, and that's cool. That's honestly the majority of college football, at least at the high level, relies on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why they get these. They try to get these high star and individuals, these guys who who can produce just off talent. Or I'm not saying they just produce off talent. They work hard too. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? So the scheme is just not as crazy as most people would probably think, if that makes sense. So I feel good about it, man. And, it's just going to be a good environment just to go out there and let it loose. You know what I'm saying? That's where my mind's at, man. Just, whatever happens, bro, I'm just trying to have fun and, like, execute to the max. Because everything up to this point, man, is, there's no college football after this, right? Like, it's over, you know what I'm saying? It's over. Everything up to this point.
I think that's a lot of us, like, our mindset. I know that's definitely my mindset. Like,
yeah, I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about it, man? What's your mindset going in this one?
My mindset going into this one, like you said, let it loose, but just everything, bro. Like, if I get hurt out here, God forbid. If I get hurt out here, I get hurt out here. Like, if I'm fall out from being so tired, I'll fall out from, like, it's just one of them days. Like, I don't think there's any way. And I think everybody on our team should think this way, but I don't think there's any way we can go out there and not just have left every single thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we're coming in when we're playing, you know, nobody's a slouch in bowl season, obviously,
right.
But like a not so good team, or this is the only game we probably been asking for. I know our coach has been asking for this game. They wanted this game. So I think collectively, like as a team, as a staff, we all gonna come out there like
Facts.
It's just a lot of us, we don't know what's gonna happen after this.
They
know what's going on. Like they know they're going to the league. We know we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And I think a lot of us, we don't know what's gonna happen. So
Facts.
we're just gonna play, we're gonna rock out.
Exactly. Sure. No, I like that, bro. I totally agree, man. I feel the same way, you know, and this was a cool season, man, especially a good one to end on. Yeah. Obviously, you know, I wish some things kind of went our way, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, man, for what it is, man, I feel like it was an awesome way, you know, to finish a regular season at least. And, yeah, like I said before, man, this is like the cherry on top of it all, you know?
Everything.
And, speaking of that, bro, so you made a bunch of plays this season, man. Even throughout this season on the podcast, me and Jake have mentioned you, bro, and, like, we'll talk about some of the plays that you made, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we seen, like, I know for me, bro, I've seen you just progress throughout the whole season, you know what I'm saying? Every game, you know, in different ways, you know, the way that you drop in coverage, the way that, you know, you get even more sticky in your man coverage, you know what I'm saying? And just physicality as well. You know what I'm saying? You see that go up. And so with that being said, man, like, what are a couple – okay, well, first off, what's your favorite play that you made this season? We want to know it. What's your favorite one? What's your favorite game? You know what I'm saying?
Favorite play?
Specific moment maybe. Maybe it's not even a play that you made, but just a specific moment that you
Specific moment. Let me go with a moment.
It's tough when he's got to flip through a lot of them. He's like, shoot, man.
I'm trying to think about my
this
guys.
Pick, next pick. Yeah,
I'm trying to think about honestly, the entire Utah game. Like
that was cool. Huh?
The energy, like how I played, I feel like I played good, but our whole defense, like, it didn't feel like, obviously Utah wasn't supposed to be all that this year, or after a while they weren't supposed to be all that, but, you know, they came in and played their best game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. There was their Super Bowl.
Yeah. They 100%. Played their best game, and
they tried it
at their house, game winner.
Mm-hmm.
I played good. J-Rob had a pick. Like, the back end played pretty good. And then just beating them. And Cougar Nation might not like me for this, but I was trying to get to Utah before this.
Okay. Hey, man, you got to be real on this episode. It's called the Realest Reels for a reason, man.
It's Realest, bro. I was trying to get to Utah. I was told, you know, you're hurt. And I was. You're hurt, and we kind of got our corners already. And that's fine.
Yeah, hey, you got to do what you got to do, yeah.
Time come around, play Utah. I did what I had to do against Utah on their sideline all game.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
that way. Yeah, it was fun.
That's
being
tough,
on their sideline and, you know, having that game against them, they might not even care. Like, I cared, though. It was fun. So, I would say Utah is probably my favorite moment this year.
I think you had a big hit in that game. When was that? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think that was like...
Because it was like
it might have been early fourth, yeah.
Right?
Early fourth.
It was like, wasn't it like an out route?
Little bubble, wasn't it?
Yeah, running back.
Yeah.
My guy ran a lazy route, so I was able to see the running back come out.
Yeah.
I hit him, bro. I was trying to hurt him, but I hurt myself.
Hey, that way, yeah. Hey, man, look, what I say, Jake, you sacrifice the body, you glorify the soul, my brother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing.
Like, if I was hurt, I forgot who. I think I told J-Rod, somebody. It might have been Zay Glasker, actually. But I hit him and my arm, like, went numb, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I thought it broke because I'm moving it. It's not moving. I thought it was broke. I just said it was a great season. It was a great game. You played great. Like, it was what it was. If that's your last play, that's your last play. And then my arm, like, my feeling came back, and it was what it was. But
good. Well, thank goodness it did.
Yeah, it did, but like, that's just how it was, like.
In that moment,
it was
like,
like, damn, like, it's over.
Nah, I feel that for sure.
Was wrong for real.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, man, I'm glad that nothing was wrong after that play, because hey, that was. I remember seeing that. I was like, ooh, it's the one when you kind of like make that face. You're like, That's fun, good, bro. Man. That was a fun game. That's one thing I'll always remember, bro. For the rest of my life, one of the best games I've ever been a part of.
Me too. And at Weaver, we lost to them 3 times, bro.
So I guess so, yeah, because
it was like
a long time.
I didn't like Utah already because of that, and then on top of me trying to get there, I was basically closed the door on me, and then we get to play them. Like, I think that's kind of why it was my best moment. It was a lot that kind of just built up to it.
No, that's tough, man. That's cool. Speaking of that, when you were at Weber State, did you ever play Arizona?
Play at Arizona?
I think, yeah. At U of A.
Nah.
You never did? Nah. Did you play Southern Utah in, I want to say 21?
21? Did.
Because my homie played, one of my best friends. We grew up together and everything. He actually plays for the Bengals now. He's a tight end. But he was at SUU for like 3 years and he transferred to U of A. But I remember he was talking about like playing Weber State either when he was at the U of A or like SUU, and like they got whooped. Not Weber State. Weber State whooped. Weber State whooped them. You know what I'm saying? So
the time I was there, like Southern Utah was like
they weren't very good, were they? It's okay.
No, they weren't good at all. Like, I'm trying to find
fair enough.
I'm trying to find like
I know
it was supposed to be our rival, like kind of a rival, I think.
Okay.
But so they had beat them 2017 before I got there, and since then it was kind of raps after that. Like Coach Hill was on the, like we're not letting them come in there and beat us, because they beat us bad. I think 2017, and it was kind of like I think it was at home. Then we played them again in the playoffs. That's what kind of started the rivalry. Like,
okay.
Playing us in the regular season, beating us, playing them in the playoffs, beating them. It was supposed to be a rivalry after that. And then it was kind of, it was fun though.
It was fun, huh?
Yeah, going down there.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah. That's cool. So how long were you at Weber State for?
About 5 years.
5 years, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
5.
So you 2019? Class of 2019?
6, bro. I was up there 6 years.
Oh, you were at Weber State for 6?
2018.
Okay, 2018. Okay, cool. Yeah. I was I was at Boise State in 19.
Okay.
So this was my 6th season.
Okay.
Cause I got that COVID year. Did you know? Okay. So this is one thing I didn't tell. This is one thing I honestly haven't told much people, but I'm gonna say it on this podcast because whatever, you know. But technically, I could get another year if I wanted to, if I really push for it. But like, it would like have to come down to like reps in one specific game, you know, because I got a special teams play, but I didn't play any defense. I didn't play nothing else. Just one special teams play.
Feel that, bro.
Right?
If you're not too deep into the league process,
you're right.
You're gonna peel that, bro.
Low key, huh?
Loopholes.
Yeah, but nah, I gotta get going. I gotta get going, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, hey, it's cool and all, but I mean, the likelihood of me actually even getting it back is very low,
slim,
very slim. You know what I'm saying? So, but shoot, hey, it's still there, man.
You're not gonna be the only one though who thought about it. It's gonna be some that come back who we all thought was not supposed to come back, and they're coming back
for sure.
Mo Bamba.
Mo is actually probably in that same situation, kind of.
Yeah, he is literally. But I mean, bro didn't play football his first year of eligibility.
That's why I don't understand that. That's why I think he should get his back kind of easier than a situation like yours.
Nah, literally. And because, yeah, bro, that's so crazy. I remember, like, speaking of eligibility, it's kind of a side note, kind of random, but you've heard of Arkansas's 29-year-old receiver, right?
I think so. Did he play baseball or something first?
Yeah, he played in the MLB for, like, what, Jake, do you know who I'm talking about?
I actually have not heard about this one.
You never heard?
Kev's
have you heard
going to be the guy who knows.
Kind of?
This is you, Zay.
I think he played because, I remember I seen it when he first joined the team because one of my close friends is the quarterback, Taylor Green, for Arkansas. And I was like, bro, is this real? Like, y'all got a grown-ass 29. He was like, yeah, man, it's real, bro. Anyways, so, like, I was just like, how does that work, like, eligibility-wise? You know what I'm saying? But he was in the MLB. That's why he was. So none of that, bro.
So he went, but, so my question is, I'm assuming he didn't go to college. He probably went to MLB
I would
right
assume
after
so,
high
too,
school.
truthfully.
So let's say he only played baseball in college. Was that count towards just football eligibility?
See, that's the thing. I
don't know. This happened before though. There was an Oklahoma State quarterback who played baseball and then came back at like 28.
I remember him.
This is like 8 years ago, maybe. Yeah.
He was 28.
What was his name?
I think he was 28 years old.
Oh yeah, Brandon Whedon. Yeah,
Brandon Whedon. Yeah, he ended up going with getting drafted or getting undrafted, free agented
by the Browns.
By the Browns.
Oh, yeah, good
That's
for him.
right. Yeah. So like it worked out for him. He got a shot at the league. He got a shot at both leagues.
Everybody's story is different, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, everybody's story is different. But that's wild. That's crazy. Sam's 27, isn't he?
I think he is. I did hear that. I don't know, bro. That's
your punter Sam?
Huh?
Which Sam? Punter Sam?
Yeah.
I think
dude, that's sick, man. I love that, bro. It's never, well, it's not never too late. I'm not gonna say that. However, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, get it where you can, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would recommend, you know, college football to anybody.
If you are in that avenue or you're already on that, or you can do it, let's just say you're capable of doing it.
Yeah, if you're capable of doing it,
you should go.
100%.
For sure.
100%, bro. Like, the stuff that I've seen, the stuff that I've learned, you know, the people I've met, things that I've been able to do are all a direct correlation of playing college football. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it changed my life forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, especially come from a different country, man, that was like my ticket. My ticket here, right? Because I came from Canada.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, especially for international people. Speaking of international people, you remember, what's his last name? George
Tarlis?
George Tarlis, my dog. Yeah,
I forgot. So, he went up there, last year?
He went to Boise State my last year, yep.
Okay, yeah. That's my boy.
Yeah.
He would have been a dog up here.
I know.
He hurt his hip or something?
Yeah, so he broke his hip. He broke his hip on in the 7th game. That was my last game, too, at Boise State. Yeah, it was crazy, man.
He was balling.
Oh, yeah, he was. He was, like, leading the Mountain West in, like, sacks, I think, or pressures, something like that.
I miss George.
He's going crazy.
He was good.
Yeah.
Where was he from, bro?
Greece.
Fresh.
Like, not like that. Thick accent, man. He got them Roman tattoos, man, or something like that, man. It was crazy.
6'4", right?
Yeah.
He was big.
260.
He could hoop too, though. Like.
Yeah, because he was originally a basketball player. Yeah, overseas.
He would have been nice.
Yeah, man, but unfortunately, he just hurt his hip, man. And that's the way it goes. But no, I love that guy, man. He's cool, man.
George is cool.
I be keeping in touch with him on Instagram. You follow him on?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. You be seeing it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
He got a little podcast too, huh?
Yeah, he got like his own little thing going on.
Yeah,
that's cool though.
With George.
Man, small world.
Small world.
It's crazy.
You don't know Dez Williams?
Nah, I don't. I heard about him though. He left it a year before I got there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was at Boise State.
Yeah, he left in 2018.
Yeah, because
I heard he was good too.
Jay Constantine, was he our quarterback, bro? I think Dez was nice though. He just got hurt. Like I think he broke his ankle or something, and tore his ACL. But he was going to the league easy.
Middle linebacker, right?
He was a safety with us.
Oh.
But he was hella big when he was.
I was gonna say he did look pretty big at Boise State.
But nah, he was solid.
But Boise State likes their big safeties, bro. They like them. Like my homie JL, like he played safety there for like 3 years. He's like 6'4", 230 at safety, bro. I'm just like, bro, get your ass in the box, fool. Like, what are you doing out there, bro? Get your ass here in the box, man. You know, but he can cover ground, man. So that's that Boise State stuff, though, man. That's so crazy. Yeah, man. So, kind of went down a little rabbit hole there, man. You know what I'm saying? But we got your favorite moment, your favorite game. Now it's time where you can just focus on you, man. What was your favorite play that you made this season?
Favorite play?
Like I said, you can take your time, man. I know there's a lot to choose from. We all know that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll share my favorite play of you real quick.
Okay, yeah.
My favorite one was SMU.
SMU?
When you had that pick on the sideline?
Yeah.
Because first of all, it saved my ass. First of all, it saved my ass.
It's funny because I wasn't even worried about you, bro. I'm like,
you were just waiting on the hood.
Like, I'm just waiting on the play. They love the wave into the boundary.
Yep, they do.
It was like whatever you did, it didn't matter. I think I was going to pick it, like
regardless, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, good. Because man, I remember seeing that. Because I'm supposed to take that route, and I'm supposed to take it obviously to the flat and then the vertical, right? Bro, this is like my 9th play of the drive or something like that. I just got done being in a 4-eye, rushing the passer from a 9. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm man to man, not man to man, basically essentially man to man on this tight end doing this like wheel route out and up, and I'm like, bro, I'm gassed. You know? And when I was like, okay, I got him in the flat. Then he planted that foot and went vertical. I was like, I was like, oh shit, man. I got it. Somebody's got to be. I'm praying somebody's there, and I just see Mark. Two eyes, 2 hands, bro. And it was the toe tap to get in, stay in. Bro. That was tough, man. That was cool.
I'll say that's my favorite too. I want to say Kansas so bad, but we just lost. Like, but like where it happened at, like where the play was made at in the game, like the time period, like. I think if we would have won that game, that would have been my favorite play.
So explain that situation just for people who probably don't remember.
So if I'm not mistaken,
if you remember
if I'm not mistaken, I think we were in the 3rd quarter.
Okay.
They're going down to score or just having the ball. They
right. They're just driving time.
They can go, but we're behind. We're behind. So they're going down to score or drive the ball, field goal, whatever. 3rd and long. And I know the quarter, they like to sit. You know, the receivers like to sit.
Yeah.
Well, this specific team receiver like to sit on 3rd or whatever. So.
It's kind of crazy.
QB, I think it was Batty. He was getting pressure on him.
Okay.
He was actually got hold crazy on that play.
Yes, he did. I remember this play. Yep, he did.
But he, hurried the QB, and I'm expecting the receiver to sit. The quarterback is expecting the receiver to sit. That's just what they showed on film.
Right.
So I sat where I thought the receiver was going to sit at, and luckily the quarterback thought the same thing I was thinking, and threw it, picked it, and that was, I think, going into the end of the 4th. But we got the ball back, great field position. I want to say like around the 40, 50.
Yeah.
And if we would have went to go score, like that's a big play in that game.
Okay.
And I mean, it still is a big play, but like just putting our offense in that position, and we were able to, make one more stop or score one more ball. Like that would have been my favorite
for sure.
Yeah.
Dang, man, it's too bad we didn't capitalize. But hey, that's football, man. It happens, man. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Yeah. But dang, cool, man. That's pretty much all the questions I have on the football side. But now, man, on this part of the episode, we're gonna, get a little more personal with it. You know what I'm saying? Not too personal, but just for people really, understand who Mark is, man. What you like, what you don't. Honestly, I know we've had you on the phone in the past, so you might be a little repetitive, but bear with us, my brother. Yeah,
first podcast. I'm with whatever.
First things first, man. Like, what do you like to do in your free time? You know what I'm saying? What do you do outside the facility?
Really, bro, I don't do nothing, bro.
You don't do nothing.
Like I got my 2 dogs.
What kind of dogs you got?
One's a American Bully, one's a regular pit bull.
Okay.
I moved down into Orem.
Yeah.
So it was just been us 3. Chilling, bro. I don't do nothing. I get home, watch film, write a few notes down, turn on Netflix with the shorty, bro, and it's over after that.
It's over, huh?
It's over.
Hey, that's cool, man. The simple life is slept on.
It is
slept on, bro.
And it's like it is slept on, but I do find myself like stuck in that habit. Like going to facility, coming back home, this is what I'm doing.
It's very repetitive.
It's very repetitive, which is fine for me, but it's like it was hard for me getting here because, networking, trying to meet new people. Like, I got to break that.
You got to get outside your comfort zone a little bit.
You got to get outside your comfort zone. Yeah. Go hit Chubby's real quick.
Yeah,
chill in there,
Yeah.
So I think that comes with having a boring life. Like, if you also want to connect and meet new people or network a little bit. You gotta break that. But other than that, bro, like it's the same thing every day for me.
Same thing, huh?
Every single day.
Especially during the season, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to do other stuff.
I don't even like breaking routine during the season.
I feel that.
Like, wake up at this time, get to the facility at this time, hot tub this time, weigh in this time. I'm watching film now. Boom, boom. Like I don't even have. My mind just knows that this is how my day is going.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even have to like wake up, set an alarm no more. Like
it's just routine, huh?
Yeah, every day.
So what is your like a typical day, like a routine for you?
So
you know what I'm saying? What does that look like?
So with the bowl season, obviously a little more chill, but
right, it's a little different.
During season, bro.
Let's say during season. 7
a.m. Get to the facility, watch film, eat, come back home, take a nap. I'm talking about like crash. I'm going right back to bed. Like wake up at like 11:30. So I get home probably like 8:30 a.m. Wake up at 11:30, head to facility, watch film and eat, weigh in, watch film again until meetings start. Have practice, come home, walk the dogs. After done walking the dogs, watch let me backtrack. I might get
you good?
I gotta shower first. I don't shower at the facility.
Okay.
So I shower at
Honestly,
home.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Hey, I do not blame you.
Yeah. So I shower at home, then walk dogs.
Yep.
Watch film. If I'm done watching film, bro, it's Netflix time. It's over. It's over after that.
That's cool, man. What do you be watching on Netflix?
Bro,
what's your favorite kind of genre?
Bro, anything, bro. So look, just recently, me and my girl, we just finished Madness on Netflix. I'm not sure if y'all seen it.
I've heard of it.
So I haven't seen it. Framed for Murder and all of that.
Yeah.
That's really my style. Like
the
mystery,
something to make you think,
think, psychological stuff like that. My girl getting me into dramas and whatnot, bro. But I'm not really feeling those yet.
Have you ever seen the movie Waves?
That's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
That's a good movie. Is that when he got hurt?
Yeah, he was wrestling. He got hurt, and then that whole thing started going on, and just like, see, that's the type of stuff that I love. You know what I'm saying?
That movie actually got me into the dramas and stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
that's the one, huh?
That was a great movie,
bro. That's the one that will do it to you. Have you guys seen Waves?
I haven't.
Man,
add it to the list.
It'll like make you like really think about like what you just saw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you went through something similar, the movie is like really going to hit
facts.
You sure.
It's like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? And like, ever since, because in high school, just a little, not sidetrack too much, but in high school, man, I like took, in my English course, we did this whole film study. I don't know if that's what everybody does in English courses, like growing up in high school, or whatever, but in Canada, it was part of the curriculum. Okay. So we like studied film, you know, how films were made, how stories are like created, how imagery is, the symbolism of everything, you know, just how they incorporate it, all the way down to like the different camera angles, you know, all types of stuff. So like sometimes it's hard for me to really sit there and just enjoy a movie or TV show because I'm looking at like everything that's going into, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's just pros and cons to it, man. But while I was watching Waves, that was the most like intriguing movie I've ever seen because there was just so much like symbolism in it and just like the way that they incorporated the concept of waves throughout the whole thing.
Even how it was shot, like production wise, like you said, camera angles and all that,
colors, schemes, all that.
That was a
music, crazy, man. So that's cool though. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a cinema type dude though. I wish I took them classes.
Like, I feel that.
It's watch super movies, interesting, bro. Shows, all that. It don't matter what it is. If it's new, I'm watching it.
Interesting.
You guys like Christopher Nolan? His stuff, dude? Interstellar, Inception.
Okay.
Interstellar, Inception.
See, I like
Inception. I've seen Inception.
Dude, yeah. I love his stuff because it's like all that stuff. Like there's crazy camera angles, there's all these little Easter eggs, and then whatever premise the show is, it's something completely different. Like Inception, where like the time is all different, the levels of the dreams, and like, or Interstellar, where like time's different with the gravity and the black holes. Like I love that stuff. I actually didn't love Oppenheimer that much.
See, I didn't watch that.
I don't think you missed out a ton. Yeah, I didn't love it. But there's other ones I loved them, man. They were so good.
Dang. So. Yeah, I love movies like that, bro. And the thing is, like, I used to watch movies all the time growing up, but like now, man, I just can't sit there and watch it, folks. I'll be wanting to do something else, man. Like I'll probably want to get on the game Or like I'll be like, my dog keep getting in my face, man. Let me just take her out or something like that.
Bro, that's the
you
beauty
know,
of it, bro. I love like there's nothing better than sitting in your room and watching a movie to me, bro. A good one though.
And you in your piece too.
You in your piece, bro. Like
yeah.
I love a movie, a show. I gotta go. I think I gotta start something tonight. But a show, bro, there's nothing better. I guess that's what I do outside of football. We could say is like watch stuff.
I like that.
You said your girlfriend likes dramas.
Mm-hmm.
Is she into true crime?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude! I swear, all we watch on Netflix in my house is true crime.
Yeah, true crime, all that.
Like,
have you? Sorry, I'll cut you off. Have you seen Snowfall?
Oh my gosh!
Actually, I don't think I have.
Snowfall.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen Snowfall?
Mark
I
obviously has.
I know half of y'all probably saying no.
Hey,
man,
Snowfall
is on
one
Netflix.
Of them.
Man,
Hulu.
Okay, that's probably why we haven't.
Snowfall is probably top 3 I've ever seen.
Yeah, top 3. One of the top 3 true crime.
Okay,
it's like real, like stuff that was actually happening.
Literally, and the concept of it, bro, is
like 5 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
But you gotta watch it though. Like it might be boring at first.
You got 3 or 4. Lock in.
But once it starts, it's going though.
Yeah.
Snowfall was good.
Snowfall was good.
I wish it kept going, bro.
Yeah.
BMF cool.
BMF is cool. Prison Break was cool. I liked Prison Break. I don't know if you've seen that.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Seen it?
It's on Netflix, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I keep skipping past it.
Yeah, but I watched that like in high school.
Yeah, I watched maybe 4 or 5 seasons of that maybe on Netflix, but I got caught up, and then I don't think I ever finished it.
That's fair. See, I don't. Also, too, like with that, I don't understand the whole Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I never got into that either.
I know, you know what I'm saying? Like people are like, "Oh my gosh, that's the best."
Okay, so how much have you seen of it?
I've only seen. Like
I've seen a couple episodes.
Okay,
yeah, I started it. But
here's the story with this. I'm gonna get this all wrong, so just disregard this. But like it was like HBO produced season 1, and then they were like, "Okay, we're done with this," and they sold it to somebody else to finish it. So season 1 is just okay.
Okay.
Seasons 2 to the end are action packed. I think AMC picked it up season 2 to the finish. It is so much better. Season 1's pretty slow. You don't really care what's going on.
Yeah.
And then in like season 2, you start to see him completely change and start ruining people's lives and not care at all. And it's like he starts off as a school teacher who's, I don't know, good guy, like this, and then by the end he's like one of the baddest hombres. Like it's just cool to see the whole thing. And you honestly, that and you gotta watch that one first.
Okay.
And then Better Call Saul after, because he's one of the characters in it. He has a spinoff, and it's pretty funny and it's pretty intense too. But yeah, dude, for sure, get through season 1.
Try to get in and be straight.
Different, yeah, different production completely after that.
I've been looking for a show that I could watch, honestly, and just kind of like have it, just because, you want to find those shows that you can just kind of focus on for a little while, catch up on the series and stuff. And so maybe Breaking Bad's the one.
Breaking Bad, yeah.
Just you got if you know that season 1 is not that good, and it's completely different production and writers. Yeah. After that, I mean, it sticks with the story, but it's just better.
Okay. You gotta trust the process.
Trust the process on that one.
That's fair, man. That makes sense. Bro. So, okay. So we know you like just chilling, watching shows, man. What kind of music do you like? What kind of music do you like to listen to?
So I listen to everything, bro, but obviously I'm a rap guy. I'm a rap guy.
Okay.
I listen to everything, though.
Like country?
I'm just not introduced to the country house music. Let me not say everything, bro.
Okay, I was going to say, man, because, hey, there's some things.
Look, I like a couple country songs that they were introduced to me. Okay. I mean, so I'm not against, like, I like country if it sounds good. I'm a rap guy, though.
Yeah.
R&B, obviously, but slow. When I say rap, too, I'm not talking about, like, the upbeat. Like, I'm kind of like the mellow, no cap.
Okay. No cap type rap. No cap's good.
That's my best way to put it.
He's my top 5, for sure. He's my top 5.
I think it was my 2. But that's the best way I could put it when I say rap.
Like that.
You feel me? Not like I love YoungBoy. I love all of the rappers.
Right. But there's a time and place for that.
Time and place
there's
for
time
it, bro.
Place
like,
for that, man.
Game day, like, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But waking up in the morning, 8 o'clock, going to the school, like, I'm on a chill on a no cap. If I'm going to listen to rap, it's probably going to be some chill, no cap. The chill YoungBoy songs that he got,
Yeah. Yeah.
But definitely rap, though.
I feel that.
For sure.
You ever listen to Larry June?
Yeah, I can't. So I'm weird with music, bro. Like L.A. and NorCal, like I feel a difference when I listen to it.
Okay.
You feel me? And I think Larry June is from NorCal, but he sounds a little LA to me.
Yeah, he does.
So it's kind of like, and I'm not into LA rap, like into the.
Okay.
And it's cool though, like if it's on the radio or something, like I'll listen to it. But I think I get a little weird when I really don't listen to California rappers either. That's kind of what.
So, are you from California?
Yeah.
If I'm not, we're in California.
Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's just
okay.
It's just a lot, bro.
So who would you right now consider your top 5 artists? It can be any genre.
Should I pull up the top five, or should I say what I feel like my top 5 is?
What you think your top 5 is?
Okay. No cap, number 1.
At number 1?
At number
okay.
1.
Interesting. I like that.
I'll go Youngboy 2.
Okay.
Really because of quantity when it comes to Youngboy.
Yeah.
Cap is gonna be more quality. So Cap 1, Youngboy 2. 3, I'm gonna go Future.
You got to.
4. Once after that, bro, it kind of is up in the air. 4, I'll kind of go like a Rilo Rodriguez or some. 5 would be. Let me see, bro.
Cause you got your did you get your update or whatever the statement, like your whole end of year Apple Music? Are you Apple Music guy or hold on?
Music.
Okay, I was gonna say
Apple
Music or Spotify, bro?
I never could Spotify too much.
What do you guys? Apple Music or Spotify?
Dude, you don't even want to know. I buy music on iTunes.
You buy music on iTunes?
Music on
hey
iTunes.
man, we gotta get you on.
We gotta get. We
gotta get you on a family plan, bro. You gotta share it with your kids, man, because we gotta get right.
Dude, I don't listen to tons of music.
Really?
I'm an Audible guy. If I'm driving, or even if I want to like unwind, like if I'm gonna do a chore and unwind, or I'm gonna sit in a chair and unwind, I just pick up one of the books I'm listening to.
You be listening to podcasts? You be listening to Realist while you driving?
I re-listen to this podcast every now and then. But, dude, honestly, on a good year, I'll do 85 books on Audible.
Wow.
And on a bad year, I'll do like 50.
Okay.
You know, some of those are rereads, like re-listens. Like there's certain times of the year I just like to re-listen to some books, keep me focused on my plans. But I know that's very unusual. That's a very unusual take, but like I'm an Audible guy.
I like this. We're going to come back to this subject about reading stuff. But let's hear.
How I find it, bro?
You can't find it?
Yeah, how I find it?
It's like in your Apple Music, like in your For You, I think. Like, let's see.
And then you can read it off if you see it.
Isn't it the replay?
I thought it was, bro.
Maybe it's
not. It was.
Yeah, honestly, gang.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna lie.
Because I can't even see mine.
We'll put Gunna 4 though.
Oh, hold on. This is it, I think. Gunna
4.
Okay.
Gunna 4.
Yeah, here you go. This is your replay.
Okay.
Here you go. Is it popping up?
Okay. What?
We gotta hear it, man.
Okay. So Future's actually 1.
Future's 1 on it.
Future's 1.
Okay.
Young Boys 2. Metro Boomin Future's album.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 3.
Okay.
That's crazy. I listened to that. It was a good album. Though.
It was a good album.
No Cap 4.
No Cap 4. At least he's in the top 5.
He's in the top 5.
At least he's there.
Gunna 5.
Okay.
And that's
a smooth top 5.
That's accurate though. I'll say that's accurate.
Yeah. Huh. Dang.
That's accurate.
Yeah, because I can't pull up mine. It won't let me. Yeah, it won't let me because some Canadian stuff. But anyways, that's crazy because honestly, it's pretty similar to my top 5. I just can't.
Yeah, let me hear the top 5s.
Okay, let's go.
You can tell a lot about a person by their top 5 takes.
All right. So at number 5,
Taylor Swift.
Man, if that was the case, I'd be doing something wrong. Number 5, I put Larry June.
Okay.
For sure, Larry June. in fact, I've only just recently been introduced to him and his music over. It's like the start of summer where I saw this song. I was like, whoa.
You know, he got some good music.
It kind of like, changed a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? It changed a lot the way I go about certain things, man, whatever. Anyways, I'm not going to get too into it. So Larry June at 5. I'm going to put Gunna at 4 for sure. Daniel Caesar at 3.
Okay.
3. I'm gonna do No Cap at 2. Future at 5. At 1. Future
Okay.
at 1. Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna have to check out the Daniel Caesar one.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you like R&B, bro,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's where it's at, bro, for sure.
Okay. That's a smooth 5.
But Young Boy is 6. Like he's right there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys, man. But anyway, that's my top 5 right now.
That's
not ever though.
Yeah, that's a healthy 5.
That's right now.
That's a healthy 5.
So it's not bad.
It's a good mix.
But man, who else have I been listening to? I actually been listening to Kodak's new album.
So I listened to one song. I didn't even finish it, bro. What I did, it was a new one that just dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I like Kodak for games.
I do too.
I like Kodak.
And that like kind of how he has that like little like vibe to it, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of bounce to it. Yeah, bro. It's so like I feel he kind of lost that over last few years.
For sure.
But in this album, if you listen to it, you gonna hear it. Okay. You gonna feel it again.
Check it out.
It's just a cool little vibe, man. But
check it out.
Okay, that's a good top 5, brother. I like that a lot. Do you have any?
Driving around with Trey, he put me on to Lil Baby.
Of course he did.
Of course,
I am not shocked. I am not shocked. Hey, Lil Baby will forever have some heat, man.
Yeah.
From the past. You know what I'm saying?
I think he'll always kind of be like one of those top rappers too.
Yeah.
But
that's my rap. That's my rap experience. Trey driving around teaching me. Unless you're going back to like,
man, we gotta go.
Unless we're going back to like
gotta go
Tupac
for more drives,
and
brother.
DMX.
More definitely more drives.
Put you on.
But Lil Baby's. That's not all we should have you listening to.
Nah, we got to expand your music horizon, my brother.
We gotta switch that up. Lil Baby's cool though, but he's just, to me, it's all the same. Like when people say every rapper sounds the same nowadays, like that's one of them.
That's the one that they're talking about.
Every single song he makes,
it's similar. Yeah,
and it's good. Like it's good stuff. Like he's really rapping, but like.
It's just very So have you heard of Luke Combs? Do you guys like Kev? You like Luke Combs? You know how his music's kind of just like it's good, but it's just kind of like the same shit. That's what Lil Baby's like.
He'll always be in the top 5.
He'll always be popping. Like. But it's just
maybe that's why Trey he knew it was my first step in the genre. He's like, let's start you off easy.
Start you off easy, nice and easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's funny, man. Nah, that's cool. Do you read often? Do you read any books ever? Like, how do you feel about that?
So me, when the way you talk about like movies and shows, like how you gotta feel like you gotta go do something. Like when I read books. That's how I feel. Like I can't do it, bro. And I'd just rather watch a movie.
It's not for everybody.
It's not.
Bro. It's not.
I think it definitely is something that's good though.
Right.
Like, I definitely just like from my readings, like with the Bible and stuff. Like, if I could imagine reading books that way, like, who knows how? How I might feel in terms of like wisdom and
that's true,
smartness and all of that, but. I just could never. Maybe it's a maturity thing. We'll see. But
bro, that's what I was gonna say. Cause like for me, man, I've never read a book or any novel like that until like a year ago. Bro. Unless obviously I had to for school or whatever. But like on my own time, even then,
I wasn't reading it front to back. I'm going to the chapter I need.
You know what I'm saying?
There's other alternatives. Baby.
Absolutely. Like, man, what do I got? What am I sitting here reading a book for? I could be doing something better.
All those girls in class read that book.
Right.
You just got man,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why do I have to read it if they're reading it?
You just got to ask them,
right?
What you think? What were some of the highlights?
Facts. But, over this past year and a half, honestly, 2 years, actually, I would say I started reading. the first little while it was really difficult.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, it's just like, bro, you know, but like it's saying a lot of good stuff, but like, man, like there's other stuff I could be doing. You know, there's a lot of other stuff but man, once like I really started finding the stuff that I like to read about.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest thing. Is because like you can't like I'm not into like no fantasy stuff. Like people talking about a story. Like if I'm worried about that, I'll go watch a movie.
I see.
You see what I'm saying? If I'm trying to be that. But when it comes, like I like reading like personal growth books. You know, stuff that can really help me. Where you know, sitting watching a movie probably wouldn't help me in that regard, right? You know what I'm saying? And so, I'm just bringing that up because taking back to what you were saying, how you just always listen to audiobooks, you know, like that's a cool vibe, man. Have any of you guys ever heard of what's it called, the 4 agreements?
Yeah,
The 4 agreements.
I had one in one of the leadership groups I was in present on it. And I know
Okay,
Jaron.
yeah.
I know Jaron Hall was big on it.
Did you ever read it?
It's in my library. I've never pulled the trigger on it.
So it's like a book this big.
Right. It's
literally like
an
maybe
hour on Audible or something.
Yeah, bro. But it changed my life. It was one of the first books I've ever read. In fact, this is the reason why I started actually reading books after this one, because I was like, man, I could find this knowledge in a book. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking at this the wrong way my whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, man, yeah, I totally recommend it if you ever decide.
Yeah, and I'm not against it at all. Like it's just one of those things. Like I can't focus on it.
I know,
guys. I'm telling you, replace a little bit of music time with Audible. Pay $14.95 a month. Get an Audible account. Pick out some books. If you want recommendations, I got a zillion of recommendations.
Bro, I bet you got some crazy books that you hey, especially with your job that you do, man. Like I bet you hear some crazy stuff.
Dude, getting certified on emotional intelligence, and then like some of the books that weren't necessarily part of the certification, but that kind of go along with that. There's some crazy stuff. Like if you want your mind blown, dude, there's a book on the power of the subconscious mind. It'll blow your mind.
That's the stuff that I'm into, bro.
It'll blow your mind.
That's the stuff that I'm into. Especially that emotional intelligence stuff. Like I have a couple books that I've read on it and stuff, and it's just like, man, like this stuff, it literally changed the way I think about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And even interact with people, man. It's crazy the power that just a couple pages can do. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's not for everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I don't even think you need to read a book in your life to even be like successful or a good person. You don't. You know what I'm saying? But just on the personal side of it, it's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? It's helped me grow a lot. But so if you ever end up wanting a little book, bro, or a little read, the 4 Agreements. That's a great one to start. Yeah, right. I've recommended it to so many people, man. It's
about understanding yourself and kind of learning like where you have some of your beliefs and loving yourself and stuff like that.
And how to deal with exterior factors, you know, like with the way people, not just the way you interact with people, but the way people interact with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like not taking things personally, you know, understanding that there's always, you know, a reason behind things, you know, just like, you ever heard of the saying, hurt people hurt people?
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff like that, man. Like understanding that, you know, they probably are going through something too. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right? And like it's straightforward things that honestly you probably know, but it's just like
seeing it and reading it.
Reading it, and it's being reiterated in a different way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, you know, it really sits with you.
I think once you learn about people too, you'll really start to value those pure relationships you have. Because sometimes like the really good relationships you have, you kind of take them for granted because they are really good relationships.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then once you kind of understand how relationships work, you're like, you know what? That is a way more powerful, meaningful relationship. I put more value on that than I did beforehand.
Exactly. And you know, just that book alone too, man, is just like emphasize that for me, especially just with other people, especially when I'm networking, you know what I'm saying, talking to other people, like trying to find, all right, like, do I like what this person's doing? You know, do I feel like we have a, you know, a true connection, or if it's genuine, or, you know what I'm saying? Just like stuff like that, whether it's real or not, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like been an addition in the way that I go about those things. So it's been really cool, man, for real. Yeah, I totally recommend that. But I mean, shoot, It's enough gas in this book up, man. It's enough gas in it
I'm
up,
sold though. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, bro,
I'm sold on
absolutely, man. You should for sure try it out one day.
that.
For sure, one day, man. So yeah, so I have a couple of questions left for you, bro. I'm not gonna keep you all night, but first question is, man, you know, I believe I actually asked you this before, but you know, this is a new episode. This is your episode, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we want to get on this one, but you've dealt with adversity in the past. You know, whether it's injuries or personal stuff, whatever, right? I want to know how you go about dealing with adversity and how you overcome it, and how do you see that, for yourself?
Yeah.
Because for everybody it's different.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different, but I feel like certain things, that you see patterns in certain ways that people go about those things.
Yeah.
So we just want to know what it's like for you.
I think dealing with adversity, I noticed as I got older, sometimes like I just need time to actually deal with it. Like not just taking it head on right away. Like let's say adversity. Let's say for example, when I tore my ACL, that's adversity started right away. I think I needed 2 weeks. I took 2 weeks just crying every day, bro. Like feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah.
Like I think that's how I start the process of like getting through the adversity. I gotta take time to actually like just what just happened. Like did it just happen? Obviously, like game situation stuff like that is different. Like,
absolutely.
But in adversity like this is in the sense of like I need time to actually like
personal adversity.
I need
and that's
time
what we're talking about.
Okay,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
So I need time to like go through it first.
Okay.
Once that happens, like I don't know what it is. I think it's more so like I feel bad for feeling bad for myself.
Yeah.
I kind of just something just flips. Like and it turns into now what is the goal? Like does the goal mean more than the adversity, or like does the goal not mean as much as? And it just always came down to the goal meaning more than, not getting through that adversity.
Sure.
Like, getting through that adversity and getting to whatever goal that is, and making another goal and another one. I think that's kind of what keeps me going. And I just go back to the ACL just because that's kind of like the biggest thing I had to go through. But for example, turn my ACL, took my time to go through it. Mind flipped. Rehab was great. Like my goal was to get to a school and just ball out, however that happened. So in that, I think it made it easy to think about that every day and just go through the adversity. Like it's gonna be days where your knees hurting. There's gonna be days where you can't even do anything today.
Right.
Like I think just thinking about your goal and you don't want to be like result driven, I guess, like what I've always heard. Like I agree with that, but sometimes you got to think about the why, like when it comes to the adversity and the result when it comes to the adversity in a good way, like in a sense of.
I mean, you try and get to a certain point.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So
for
it's
sure.
like you kind of have to keep that.
Kind of have to think about.
Of course, you gotta be where your feet are.
Exactly.
But man, you trying to get somewhere, right?
And I think having to be somewhere, having to get somewhere is kind of what gets me through the adversity, like. Cause I could have easily torn my ACL. That would have been the last play of my last play of my season, and it ain't no more adversity. I'm just getting through the ACL and I'm chilling now. Like,
and a lot of people do that,
and that's
okay for a lot of people,
and that's fine. Like that, why that? Well, maybe I should recover and try to get back. That isn't as strong as, I'm good. I think I played enough football. I think I'm good. Like, and I think kind of for me. It's just, I think about the result a lot, and that's what gets me in trouble a lot too, but that's what helps me with adversity a lot of the times. And just doing everything. Like, what's the result going to be, and what needs to happen to get to that result that I want. Like, I think that's kind of just how I look at it.
That's smooth. No, I like that. I think it's honestly one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that you have to sit and feel what you're going through.
For sure.
Like you can't just.
And I did not learn that, bro, until the ACL.
Trust me, I ain't learned it for a while either, man. And just on even not just football wise, man, like just in life, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, shoot, it happens for everybody. Like, you know, I'll get somebody will like piss me off, and I'll be like, bro, like I did not need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Or like what you just said was not cool, man. Sometimes, man, I'll be like, you know what? I gotta just go take a few minutes by myself. You know what I'm saying? Whether you know what I'm saying, I have to, right? And I have to be like, all right, you know, sit there and think, man, just in the sense of with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like in interaction with someone, like man, like they probably I shouldn't take it personally. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, it kind of pissed me off, man. You know,
I gotta feel pissed off for me.
I have to. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let the steam off a little bit without doing nothing crazy. You know. But in those regards, man, you have to sit there and like really take some time for yourself. Be like, okay, this is what the situation is. You know, it's okay for me to feel any way that I do about it, but I gotta respond eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That part is on you, I think.
That is on you.
That's on you. Like how you feel, like you can control it in a sense, like maybe like not showing it or something.
Yeah,
but you
and
feel
you can
what
keep
you
a
feel.
positive outlook, but regardless,
you feel what you feel. I tell my girl all the time when she mad at me, bro. Like just feel what you feel, bro. Like
you got to.
We'll talk about it after, but don't sit here and act like you're not mad at me if you mad at me. Like. So I think, and that's kind of what I learned, bro. Through football season, through life, like you said, just whatever you feeling, you gotta feel that. Like, and that goes for happiness too. Like,
facts.
If you're happy, you feeling good right now, it might really take some time to feel that. Like, and I think that's not from a book. That's like learning the hard way.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Definitely learning the hard way. Like times where I don't have time to feel what I feel. Like I gotta just keep going. Or times where I'm doing great, I feel great, but I don't have time to like really dwell on that.
Yeah,
I think. Just from experience, like you gotta feel both of them. Like if you feel great, you gotta be in the moment, try to feel that. If you feel bad, try to feel that and respond to it. Same thing with feeling good about yourself. You gotta still go out and try to feel good tomorrow. Like what you gotta do to feel good about your day tomorrow. I think it's just feel what you feel at the end of the day.
Yeah.
When it comes to adversity, I think. Now game time situations. It's a little different. Adversity strike, you gotta flip it. Like it is what pushing, it is.
Keep
I
that
think that's kind of an art though, and I think that's where books come in. I think that's where like conversations like this come in. Like it's definitely two sides to it.
100%, 100%, and like I think as well, that aspect of feeling the positives, feeling, it's celebrating the wins. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as an athlete, especially for me, like I've gone ever since I got to this point, even the stuff that I did in high school, whatever, things I've been able to accomplish, whatever, it's kind of just been like, all right, cool, what's next?
And
let's keep it pushing.
And that's the part where I learned, like, yeah, you have to do that in a sense, but you want
to. But like to not acknowledge those things, what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
You did
like
it for nothing.
Because
you're always gonna be like that at that point.
You're always gonna be like that. And when are you gonna be? You know what I'm saying? When is it gonna be just good enough? And I'm not saying to be complacent, not even at all, never. Right? But like to honestly like be humble enough to give yourself that grace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being like, oh, I'm good, because I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. We talk about this all the time, Jake. You know what I'm saying? Like, as men, especially too, I'm sure it's the same for a lot of women in different ways, but just as men, man, it's kind of like, when people kind of give you praise or like you did something right, it's like
you kind of gotta brush it off, and
especially if you're like a humble individual, truthfully, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't really want to, take all that in, and just kind of, because that's not the ceiling, and you don't want it to be, so you therefore disregard what happened, and like that's. Honestly, my whole life has been like that, you know what I'm saying? But as I've gotten older, kind of like what you said, man, like I've learned that it's important to take a moment and be like, hey, that was cool, man. You like what you did, or like, that's a good thing that just happened. Sure. You know what I'm saying? To just appreciating that. Because those are truthfully, like I see those things as blessings, man. You know what I'm saying? Like to not acknowledge a blessing that was given to you, like imagine giving somebody a gift that you're like, oh yeah, they've been waiting on this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been waiting on this.
What else is coming?
Man, they're like, cool.
And that's the best way you can put that, bro. I'm not going to lie. That's probably the best way you could have put that. And not to, like, I don't mean to put the light on myself.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
But I was like very, 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 very disappointed in like honorable mention this year.
Yep.
And a couple days went by, and I'm just thinking like you said, God gave me this blessing, honorable mention, and I'm thinking like, well, I could have had this, I could have had that. So like what you saying right now is kind of like the perfect way to put it. That's kind of how with this situation, how I kind of tried to flip it, but that's just one of the, I'm not gonna lie, getting to Weber, I would have never thought I was at BYU being an all Big 12 corner. Like putting it in that perspective, it's exactly what you said.
Right.
Like, so, and that's what that instance is kind of what made me, like I've always kind of, like not always, but as I got older, like we talked about, like celebrating the wins too, that was kind of made me flip my mind and like, okay, I need to really crack down on like taking care of or feeling those wins or feeling good about those wins, because now I think where I was 4 years ago, I can honestly say I would have never thought. So it's like now to be in this moment, it's kind of like when you're in the moment, it's hard to look back sometimes. But
look how far you came,
and that's kind of
where you came from.
Like,
you know, what I'm
celebrating the wins, small, big, whatever, and then still thinking about celebrating them, be grateful for them, but then thinking about like, okay, now not what's next, but like, what can I do to
how can I capitalize?
How can I capitalize? What's next for me to put myself in the best position to receive like the blessing? Or, not necessarily what blessing's next. I should have got this more. I should have got that. Like, and I think that's the kind of why, because that's what we're talking about right now is like how I felt about the honorable mention situation. Like it was just one of those things where I was not happy about it, but when you put it in a different perspective, you got to celebrate that.
Hell yeah,
you got to.
Because that's big time. You know how many corners there are in the Big 12? A lot. Yeah. Let me just say that. There's a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not, regardless, that's an accomplishment. And you did that. You know what I'm saying? You came here and you did that on your own. So, man, absolutely. And, yeah, sometimes you got to learn it the hard way, though. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sure. And the sad thing about that, though, is that, like, a lot of people don't realize that till it's too late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't realize what you got till it's gone.
Sure.
In a lot of ways, And so I think by having that perspective, honestly, allows you to not only just live in the moment, live in the present, and be more in tune with yourself, in the present, but also allows you to, live in grace and not have that, that negative pressure.
For sure.
You got to have pressure. You got to push yourself every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a privilege. You got to go out and earn it every day. You got to get 1% better or whatever. Do your thing. However, though, there's two ways you can go about those things. You can go about it a positive and, enlightening way, or you can go about it a negative and discouraging way, truthfully. You know what I'm saying? And either or, people make it both ways. However, though, it's just like, which journey do you want to take? The one that's full of love and laugh, fun. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's the same thing though. In between,
it's the same thing. It's just how you look at it, and how you go about it.
Dude,
and that's straight
choice.
There's
more to this too. So, you can do this whole. You doubted me. I want to prove you wrong.
Yeah,
this thing, and that's real energy. Like that's raw.
Yeah.
That's raw energy, raw power. But it's kind of like diesel power, right? It's got this black exhaust. It's all these things. And if you think about when you are at your best, when you are like just, things are just happening easy for you, you're in a flow state. You guys ever been in a flow state?
Yeah.
It's not with that energy.
No. Never.
It's not with that, like, oh, I'll show you. And that, like, I think there's a place for that energy. And it's a tool. It's a raw tool power we can use.
It's a chip on your shoulder.
It's a chip on your shoulder. And I've run with that. I use that energy.
But it can't be the main focus. It can't be your main motivation.
I think the main thing has got to be, like you're talking about, like perspective, gratitude, joy in like where you're at, because I think that puts you in a better mental state to be more successful.
Yep.
Sure.
And if you ever wanted another book to read, Happiness Advantage is a great one. It's not very long.
I've heard that one actually.
Very
I think
good
you
book.
told me about it.
Yeah, it's a great book.
It sounds like a good one.
But you're like 30% more productive when you're in a happy state.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Your brain is just so.
I feel that. 100%. Like when I'm happy, bro, I can go cook a meal. I could go clean up real quick. I could do all,
you know,
when I'm not happy or not in the mood, I might not eat when I'm supposed to eat. I might, my room might be a little dirty for a minute.
Might get kicked off your routine a little bit.
Might get kicked off the routine. Got to lock back in. Like, yeah.
So make your main thing like that. You're talking about like that joy, that gratitude, that appreciation. And then I think there is a time where you're just like stuck and you're frustrated. Like, I'm going to use this negative energy maybe to get moving again. Yeah. But once you're moving again, it's like, all right.
You got to get back on that even keel, like positive. And that's the thing, dude, because I remember like a few years ago, I was reading this article essentially on like, it was this one person with this author who kept writing books about emotional intelligence, all types of stuff. And at the time, I wasn't really even into this kind of stuff, but it was just, I came across it and I was introduced to it and everything. And what they were talking about was a light motivator and a dark motivator. You know what I'm saying? And like, just for example, what they used was two people who went on a weight loss journey, right? They were both like overweight, you know what I'm saying? Like two women, honestly, who were overweight, like 300 pounds or whatever. And then they end up getting down, losing all this weight and getting down to like, I don't know, just like the best shape they've ever been in their life, right? However, though, one woman decide to do that over, the reasons of like just overall health, being able to be, just do things that she couldn't do, before, and just the health, just the good reasons why, you know what I'm saying? Being able to serve others, whatever, right? Yeah. And then the other woman, what she did was she wanted to prove her exes wrong. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to flaunt and like post body pics and stuff like that, whoop-de-whoop, get attention, right? And so these two different individuals, acquired two different paths, two different motivators, right? The light motivator and the dark motivator. They both got to the same place. However, though, over, I think it was like a year, the woman who did it for the right reasons, whatever, she got even more healthy. She was like on an upward trail, you know what I'm saying? And she decided to keep, doing the right things, having the right outlook, positivity, perspectives, all that stuff, and just doing things the right way. And it was she could sustain it. It was sustainable, right? The other lady, she actually went back, but she got worse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it her life kind of, honestly, she had even more problems than what she started with. You see what I'm saying? So you can still acquire the same goal, you know what I'm saying, with whatever motivator, whatever perspective you go on. It's just what you're going to do with the choice. You know what I'm saying? You can choose this one or you can choose that one. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I feel like you can pertain that to a lot of different aspects in life, you know what I'm saying? Football, spirituality, everything. But that's kind of what, in my mind, I've always, ever since I read it, I was like, man, like, it's opened my eyes. Like, am I doing the right things? Am I doing it for the right reasons? Am I just trying to say and prove everybody wrong? You know what I'm saying?
That don't hold that much weight. Yeah, after a while.
That's a lot, man. Yeah. That's a lot of weight to put on your shoulders. It's a lot of baggage, too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't know. At this point, man, I just kind of think about it. I'm just like, it's not worth it for me, man. Right. I can't do it. And I won't do it. Yeah. There's no point. You're right. So, anyways, went on that little tangent, bro.
That was a good one, though.
Yeah, absolutely. People need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I need to say it out loud so I can, reassure and relearn it too, So, last question for you, bro. If you can give any piece of advice to your 18-year-old self, what would it be?
I think exactly what we talked about, bro. Like, feel what you feel in the moment. Take your time. Like, celebrate your wins. React to your losses in a way that's, productive. And for myself, I would say just put yourself out there. Like, you never know what's out there. And I never realized that really till I got to BYU. Like, just connections, networks, meeting new people, like, being on this podcast. I would have never been on a podcast still to this day, like, if I didn't come to BYU. If I'm being completely honest, I was still...
Me neither.
Like, stuff like this, I think if I would have known that at a young age, like, And I love football, but who knows? Football might not even have been my path. Like, I could have been somewhere making millions by now. Like, it's just stuff like that I think about. Like, you never know. Like, so I would just say the two main things, like we've been talking about, bro. Celebrate your wins, respond to your losses, and really just put yourself out there. You don't want to miss out on opportunities, miss out on blessings just because, you're stuck in your own ways. And I feel like I don't want to say I missed out on blessings. And I could have. I think we all might have missed out on some blessings. But sure. I think just putting yourself out there, you put yourself in the best position to receive all those blessings. Yep. Put yourself out there in the right way. Live life, how God wants us to live life, and everything will be fine, whether that's football, work, kids, no kids. Like, I think that's what I would give myself, but to anybody at this point, honestly.
I like that, man. Yeah. We appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Marque Collins, everybody. Appreciate you for being here, dog. Yeah. This was an awesome podcast. I know we enjoyed your presence, man, what you had to say, and I know they all did too.
No, that was fun, bro. First podcast in the books. I hope it's not the last.
There we go. Hey, shoot, when they see this, it won't be, my brother. It won't be the last, that's for sure. Yeah. But thanks again for being here, man. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'm your host, Isaiah Bagnah of the Realist podcast, man. And once again, shout out Chubbies and Norm. Appreciate them for doing everything that they do and allowing us to have this awesome podcast, man. Yes, that being said, I'll catch y'all next week. Yeah. Peace.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs. Yes, sir.